How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Clutch City Chronicles, and today we will be talking about the state of the Toronto Raptors. Now, as you all know, the Toronto Raptors have been quite underwhelming this season, and I have discussed this in my yesterday's video where I talked about how the Raptors could turn things around with the win now trade, and overall they can indeed do that. They can go out there and be buyers in this year's trade deadline and get a guy like Miles Turner and, hopefully turn around their season and make a strong playoff push. But overall, we have to also look at the fact that this year's draft class is quite stacked, and really the Raptors currently have a lot of guys that are up for extension, and that does raise a lot of questions amongst the team. Those guys being Gary Trent Jr. and Fred VanVleet, and really the front office needs to decide, do they blow it up and trade these guys for assets and rebuild, in the long run, or do they extend these guys and continue with the core they have right now? And just in general, if it was up to me, I would say the Raptors would be sellers in this year's trade deadline, simply because we've seen with the Rudy Gobert trade and the Donovan Mitchell trades that trading, all-star caliber guys can really net you a huge return, a return so good that it doesn't even need to be a long rebuild for the Raptors. It doesn't even have to be a 5-year rebuild for them. It could be literally a 1 to 2 year rebuild in which they can capitalize on this year's draft class, which is extremely stacked, may I add, and continue to build on that and build around a guy like Scottie Barnes. But overall, the only reason I say that is because Gary Trent Jr., Fred VanVleet, they're up for extensions, and really we're seeing that this core isn't working out right now. So what's the use in extending these guys and paying them big money when you're not winning enough games to even be a playoff contender? So overall, I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Raptors fans, let me know what you think that the team should do. Should they blow it up, or should they, be buyers in this year's trade deadline and hopefully turn things around with the win now trade? I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. But really, they're gonna have to do something this year in the trade deadline, whether it is selling off their assets or buying some assets like Miles Turner or someone like that to help them contend. They have to do something this year. They can't be inactive this trade season because their team right now is quite underwhelming, and something needs to give. Something needs to change in order for this team to take that next step. So overall, I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed the video, and of course, make sure to subscribe for more.